Hello and welcome to this beautiful Friday. We're talking about fantasy today, 5 essential books for the summer. I hope everyone has plans to hit the beach, to hit the lake, to hit the river, just to do whatever it is that you do that you enjoy for this summer. I can't wait going down to the shore today, Memorial Day weekend, but let's get into it. The first book I want to talk about is The Blade itself. Now, this book is awesome. It has four great characters in a team. You have a barbarian, you have a dashing officer, you have an inquisitor, you have a wizard, and then you have all these things that play into it. My man Logan, Logan, however you want to pronounce it, is a barbarian, and they're dealing with all this unpredictable, compelling conspiracies that rise to the surface, old scores ready to be settled. Fantastic. Check it out. The second book I want everyone to check out is Children of Fire by Drew Karpyshyn in the Chaos Born saga. Fantastic saga. This is a new take. You got four legendary characters all born at the same time on a mission that don't know that their destiny is all intertwined. Fantastic book. The trilogy will take you through their entire lifespan, but starting with the first book, they start off as children. It's just a wonderful way to go through. You understand this universe, you grow with the universe, and then you start to love this universe. Next up is The Magicians by Lev Grossman. Now, you rarely see fantasy in modern times, and this is a fantasy book in modern times. Hysterically, George R.R. Martin said that The Magicians is Harry Potter as if a shot of whiskey into the glass of a weak tea. Hogwarts was never like this. So it basically talks about a modern day a magician in modern day situations. And many of you might have heard it, might sound familiar. They did make a show. It's now on Sci-Fi. It's a fantastic book, and it's in the Magician's trilogy. So once again, you have a book that starts off a trilogy. If you like it, there's two more that you can continue reading. Hopefully, you spend a lot of time on the beach, and you need more books to read after this. Next up is Children on Earth and Sky. Now, this one just came out. This is fantastic. Just got finished reading it the other day. Now, this is about ancient Europe, and this isn't. If you're one of those fantasy people that don't want all the magic, don't want the dragons, don't want all this other crazy stuff, then this is a book for you. This is more just ancient fantasy, kings and queens type stuff. So get to this book. Unfortunately, this one will not have any sequels or anything else like that. So if you get it and you like it, you're just going to have to wait for the next edition to come out. But it just came out. Fantastic. Has great reviews. New York Times bestseller already. And last but not least, I have a game, the Game of Thrones, A Song of Fire and Ice, Book 1. A lot of people look at the show and they think the show is canon, and they think it's that's as good as it gets, but it doesn't. The books are so much better. And even now, since the show's come out, the audiobook for Game of Thrones is absolutely fantastic. So even for those that have read it and you're looking to go to the beach and maybe you don't feel like reading on the beach, but you just feel like relaxing, or you're at the lake, or wherever you're at, get the audiobook version of this. The audiobook version of this is fantastic. Named actors, named actresses doing it. It is utterly fantastic. Anybody that's enjoyed the World War Z book, audio book that came out recently, that had the world class actors in it, and you can feel the difference in the book and the way they read it and stuff like that. This is the audiobook play for the summer, I would say. This is the audiobook play. Get the Game of Thrones, sit down, listen to it. For those who don't have Audible, get Audible. This is absolutely just beautiful. So those are my 5 recommendations. I have 3 series, I have 1 new book, and I have the audiobook reference for you. This is your boy here, Big Doula, here at the LoreKings, signing off, going to the beach. I hope you guys have a great summer. Get your books in, get your fantasy reading in. It's time. Peace.
Oh man, she did it again. Hey, what's up? This your boy, Big Doula, here at the LoreKings, talking about Fantasy Friday. and last week's episode of Game of Thrones. So last week's episode of Game of Thrones had a lot of information in there. It was packed full of information. But yet, the only thing people seem to be able to talk about is the fact that Emily Clark showed her boobies again. I mean, let me say this. I appreciate you sharing the boobies. I appreciate it. You can do it every episode if you would like to. You and everyone else. I would